Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to what I hope to be. Hope is not a plan. Dr. Dave says that. Welcome to the most exciting Minecraft discussion I could possibly come up with today. How's that? My name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn, and it is my honor and privilege on this glorious September day in northern Vermont to be a vehicle for change, I hope, as far as becoming the boss of your brains, because thoughts come first and feelings come second. We know that to be true, right? And then actions or behaviors. And though it can sound cheesy and cliche, it isn't, right? Because thoughts dictate how we feel. If we walk around thinking anxious thoughts from, about whatever's going to happen 2 years from now, whatever, we're going to feel anxious. Walk around thinking angry thoughts, we're going to feel angry. Hi, Caesar. Caesar's mating, so he's a little gross. Okay, we're going to stay away from him. Anyway, okay, so today's discussion is on focusing on the process. I know with me the word focus should be used probably delicately, for sure. So, and then another thing that can often sound cheesy, but you know what? Cheesy gets a bad rap because it came from someplace, right? And the process of cultivating a happiness lifestyle isn't cheesy, it's real. I mean, it's real. If you want to live a high quality existence, it takes work. Sean Ager, author of The Happiness Advantage, which we're not going to have a huge discussion on that today. There's just a few tidbits from him because his book is amazing, actually, says, and I'm paraphrasing, no, I think I'll get it pretty close, is that happiness is not only a feeling, but a work ethic. It's a work ethic. Lazy daisies aren't generally the happiest. They might be laying around, but there's a lot not happening, not a lot of spark, not a lot of excitement, not a lot of. It's an active lifestyle, a very active lifestyle, because it's about living deliberately, which means that we make more active decisions than passive ones, even if it's about hot dog or hamburger, whatever like that. So we want to talk about staying with the process of cultivating a happiness lifestyle. So once again, since I'm in northern Vermont, the beautiful northern Vermont, when I think of cultivate, I think of super rich farmland, deep, dark, black, rich soil. And it's harvest time right now, so it's a whole huge process, right? And not that I have a lot of farming knowledge, because I don't, other than owning goats, which is a story there for another time. It's kind of an impulse move. And then it was another impulse move, and then it was another impulse move, because I didn't want them to be lonely. Okay, so cultivating, we cultivate mindfulness, cultivate gratitude. Those are two of the big ones in the process of creating a happiness lifestyle. And so the other thing I wanted to say, because since we've already gone over some of that stuff, is that what is also involved in focusing on the process of developing a happiness lifestyle, and it is a lifestyle, is letting go of outcomes. So we touched on that a little bit. But I really want to sort of focus on what I had a discussion with my Minecrafters just yesterday, and it came out of Sean Ager's book, The Happiness Advantage, though again, we're just going to touch on this. And so how this stay with the process thing really came about is that we got it all backwards in the States, and I love the good old US of A. I love my country. And when it comes to how we think about the formula for happiness and success, we got it upside down, backwards. Because many of us, most of us, probably next to all of us in the States, we're sort of conditioned to think that, once I become successful, I'll become happy, right? So once I check these boxes, get up through school, survive middle school, I think that's what most of us did, we just kind of get through that, right? High school, pretty much the same, only it's maybe a little bit more exciting. But then you got to check the boxes with the sports. You got to have the clubs. If you don't have that, you got to have the theater. And I'm not saying theater is less than sports, for one of my kids sees this and says, what do you mean? No, just saying you've got to have stuff. You got to keep busy. If you're going to be on the college track, for sure, it's good enough to keep busy just to be busy. But we're talking about the box checking, club, sports, theater. Then it's the SATs, part-time jobs, which goes into doing well in college. If you want to go to graduate school, you got to do the whole drill all over again, the testing thing all over again, the essays all over again, internships. And then it leads to the job, and then we want a better job, and a better job. We get the B+, then we want an A, then we get straight A's. Then what do? There's nowhere to go but down from there. So the point is that we've got it really backwards, at least cognitively speaking, okay, about neurobiology. When we are constantly set up to stretch for the next best grade, the next best job, the next best promotion, the next best business card with all the fancy titles on it, and then the next best letters after our name and all that stuff, and then we'll be happy. Okay, we'll check the boxes first, and then we're happy. That basically pushes the idea, concept, feeling of happiness right over the cognitive horizon. Think about it as a chocolate chip cookie we're dangling. People say carrots. I think that's for them. No offense. I mean, I like carrots and everything, but the goats get way more excited about a carrot than, I mean, I'd rather have a chocolate chip cookie. I mean, it's all good, you know what I mean? But if you're really going to entice somebody. So anyway, so we're reaching for the chocolate chip. Hey, Caesar, knock it off. So we're reaching for the chocolate chip cookies. That's his weird mating face. He's cute, but he's a little strange. Anyway, we're reaching for that chocolate chip cookie, but we keep moving it back. Like, we set the goal, so we set the goal, right? Because we are groomed. I don't like the word groomed. It makes me think of pedos. Okay, conditioned again to set goals and achieve goals. That's good. I even did a disclaimer with my students, especially as a mentor in their lives or as a professor, right? I'm not saying don't set goals. Goals are good. Goals give us direction. I'm saying that it is better to set the goals, so you're aware of goals, and then to focus on the process of getting to the goals rather than the actual outcome and having our sights set on the actual outcome. It's better to enjoy the ride on the way. And here's the thing, think of it basically in just a logic sense, okay? If we are, if we are, focusing, stop it. If we are focusing on doing our best, setting the bar, do our best the whole way, we've got the goal set. We're just not looking at that right now. We're going full throttle with football, full throttle with our best basketball game, full throttle with running, full throttle with our best art project, full throttle with our best relationships, full throttle with our work life and projects and being a creative. I'm a creative too, and coming up with our best graphic design, our best journal writing, our best whatever, our best theater performance, going full throttle with whatever it is, the outcome is going to take care of itself. And what people don't realize is when we, sort of hanging on to whatever it is we want the outcome to be, that actually takes energy away, since that's all in the future, right? This moment is all we've got right now, is this moment, which will eventually become our next present moment, right? But it actually takes away cognitive juice from what we're doing in this moment. Whereas if we just go full throttle, doing our best, being our most authentic, passion-driven selves, the rest takes care of itself. Also, what they don't believe, I talked about this with them a little bit yesterday, is part of focusing on the process is also letting go of the outcome. But the thing is, you have to truly believe that you're letting go of it. It can't be like, I think I'm letting go, I'm trying to fake myself into believing it. It has to be like you really have done all you can in whatever situation, with the relationship, with a friends group, with the job, with school, with the essay, with whatever you're trying to strive for. Maybe you applied for something, a job or a position, a something, and then the graduate school thing or the college thing, and letting go of, even if you picture yourself at Notre Dame, whatever, that then the universe knows, or if it's God for you, source, higher power, whatever, knows way better than we are. So when we actually let go, we free ourselves up like a catcher's mitt to be available. It's like, pick me. We are wide open, available for even more than we can imagine in our heads. We think everything we got is right here, in the big infinite universe out there. And lots of good stuff can happen to us when we're available and not sort of, honed in and closed in, having our sights set in on what we think is best for us. Not saying that's easy. I do say simple, right? Because we can choose it. We can choose to do our best and then surrender it. Really, it's the truth. Also true with drama, because it's so easy to get roped into that and hooked in, and you know how I feel about drama. I reside in a drama-free zone. It's like this little force field around me. I wasn't even like that as a teenager. I'm just very anti-drama. Anyway, it can be easy to get sucked into it. And we can also say our piece with whomever to step out of the current, saying what we need to say, because you got to say how you feel with honesty and kindness, like my dear friend Father Mike would say. Got to say how you feel. Then, really, truly, you don't have to announce it to people that you're letting go, because that just stirs the soup more, right? Just in our own heads, okay, I've said my piece, I made peace with it in here, and I am now letting go of the outcome. I am letting go of the outcome. And it's amazing how liberating this is, how well it works out for us, okay? And just how important it is to really get this when we're focusing on creating and cultivating the happiness lifestyle, being in this moment, which is the only moment we have, focusing on these things, being in the present moment, being grateful every day in every way. I don't use the word every often. This is an exception. When we say I am grateful for, writing it down, power of the word is huge. I am grateful for my partner. I'm grateful for my goats. I'm grateful for another beautiful day in September. We have to use those words to have the neurons get what they want to do. And then gotta movement. Exercise. It can be, doesn't you have to be a gym rat, but some kind of movement. Conscious acts of kindness. It can be random acts of kindness. So if you're believe in quantum physics, really there isn't a lot of such thing as random, but I'm a big fan of actually choosing it, and I have my students do a little small project with conscious acts of kindness, where the only rules are they have to not know the person. It can be like your brothers, cousins, best friends, sisters, basset hound or something, but you can't know the person or, the basset hound. And also that there's no money exchange, with the exceptions of they can buy a piece of pizza or something for somebody on Church Street or something like that if they choose. And so these are the elements. So while we're doing that stuff, okay, mindfulness, gratitude, gotta move, we already know about nutrition, and conscious acts of kindness, and while we're being in the moment, and we get all this other stuff going in our lives with partners and jobs and school and everything, let it all go. Do your best. Set the bar there, because it's a bar we can always make, and then let the outcomes go and just see what happens. Try a little experiment for yourself. I bet it's going to work out great. And then feel free to comment on the YouTube channel. Let me know how it went. Excellent. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the gorgeous northern Vermont. Have a mindful day.